Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day. So, vamos. Starting off with the first game is Slavia Prague hosting Arsenal Football Club, and Abigail put the 2-0 Arsenal in the bag. I expect some rotation to happen. I think Gyökeres is out for this game. I think Mazur's going to probably start Ben White. Mosquera maybe might come in. Marino might come back into the side. So, yeah, 2-0 Arsenal. At the same time, Napoli will be hosting Frankfurt, and Napoli, ever since the defeat to PSV in the last game, they've actually looked really, really good. I know they do their last game, but I think De Bruyne is out for them, which is kind of a blessing because I do feel like Conte's been trying to shoehorn him and McTominay in, so that might be big for them. Obviously, there's still no Lobotka, and I don't think Bongiorno and Rahmani are back for this game. So I do think they're going to win this game because these lot, they can score goals, but they also ship a lot of goals. The next game we're going to preview is Juventus hosting Sporting, as this is Luciano Spalletti's first home game, and they looked comfortable against Cremonese, a good Cremonese side on the weekend. I think they'll probably win this because it's their home game, and they need a win. They get to win the Champions League this season, which is very, very poor for Juventus standards. So I think this might be the Kenanio this master club. The next game we're going to preview is at Anfield, where Liverpool Football Club hosts Real Madrid. And a year ago, Liverpool were the team in form. Real Madrid were just very, very shaky, and a whole year later, it's the reverse 360 where they're the team in form, only lost one game all season. That was a big thumping to Atletico Madrid, and these lot, I think it's one win in their last eight, which is very, very two wins in the last eight, sorry, which is very, very poor for Liverpool standards. The game was at Anfield. If this was at the Bernabeu, I would have picked Real Madrid, no doubt. But Anfield on a Champions League night is definitely bouncing. But if there's any time to beat Liverpool, it's right now. And I think Real Madrid is probably the same line they lined up against Barcelona with Camavinga, Chouamini, and Jude Bellingham, with Arda Güler drifting off that right hand side. As for Liverpool, it'll be interesting to see who plays right back. Would it be Bradley or would it be Szoboszlai? Left back is going to be Kirkes. And for me, if he has, I think that midfield, I think the same line that they play against Aston Villa should be the one that plays tonight. But I do think Real Madrid is going to beat them tonight because they got this guy in form. So with that being said, I think Real Madrid win 2-0. The final game is probably the big one. Bayern München against Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain host Bayern München, the defending champions, hosting the unstoppable team at the moment. Vincent Kompany's Bayern München, 15 wins for 15. I actually think PSG's going to win this game. Hear me out. I know Bayern Munich have been phenomenal, but they haven't really played anyone that's going to test them yet. I think this game and the next game against Arsenal is going to show us how good they really are because number one, that squad is really, really thin. And number two, I just feel like Paris Saint-Germain, that midfield is just too technical and they keep the ball really, really well. And that attack, if Bayern try to push up, try to pin them in, Dembele, allez, Bradley Barcola à droite, sorry, en rouge, and they just kill them on the break. So I'm just saying PSG wins this game 2-1 because they can kill you in so many ways. Overall, those are my predictions on tonight's games. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and as always, want to like and follow for more. Peace.